Hi, I'm Jennifer Soames, and I am coming to you for pretty much the first, what I would call, episode of the TBI Diaries. This series, over time, is all about helping you understand what it's like to live with a traumatic brain injury. And not for sake of inspiring pity or sympathy, but really to help encourage people to start talking about some of these unseen and somewhat invisible injuries that some of us live with. Because the thing is, not everybody has visible scars. So today I just want to share with you some of the challenges that I live with, and this is for me, and everybody is different with their brain injuries and what they experience thereafter. But there are also a lot of common things that we shared. So I want to start to bring light to sometimes not always the positive things at first, because there are a lot of challenges that we experience and things that are not really so open and openly talked about. So here it goes. Oftentimes people ask me, "Oh, well, do you experience a lot of headaches? Like, do you have chronic pain?" And for me, I am very thankful and fortunate to say that no, actually, I don't experience headaches. When it comes to physical pain, yeah, there's some lingering things from my different accidents and injuries over the last several years with the car accidents and things. But, things that are not debilitating, thankfully. But the things that really do hit me the hardest are the things that have shown up and been diagnosed over the years, and some even very recently. Within the first year, just about at the first year mark after my TBI, I was diagnosed with clinical depression. I was having a lot of difficulty getting out of bed in the morning. It could take me sometimes 2 to 3 hours to actually muster up the energy to even physically get out of bed. So that has been a challenge and an adventure in and of itself. And I'll go into kind of each one of these at a different time, but this is just more to give you an overall picture of my journey over the last few years. Then was also diagnosed with post-concussive disorder or post-concussive syndrome, same thing. And this basically means that all the symptoms that people experience after a traumatic brain injury, which again includes concussion. A concussion is a form of mild traumatic brain injury. In terms of, for some people that's headaches, for me it's been more about light and sound sensitivity, difficulty and inability to focus and concentrate, difficulty with emotional regulation. I laugh because sometimes I can't really control my emotions very much, and I have over the years become so much more emotional at times. Like this morning I was on the treadmill watching Animal Planet at the gym and just about burst into tears with a story there. So sometimes I can get very weepy very easily. And I didn't really used to do that so much. But in any case, with that, there's lots of other things that are classified under the post-concussive syndrome, and you can look up some of those, or just stay tuned for my book because all that's going to be in there. And then my hormones are imbalanced, and it was only in July of this year, so over 3.5 years after my actual injuries, was I diagnosed with pituitary and hypothalamic damage. I couldn't understand why I was always tired, and I had been diagnosed with hypothyroidism about a year and a half after my injuries. Well, the thing is, when you get your head knocked about, whether it's in a car accident, a fall, anything like that, you often can experience damage to your pituitary gland, and that's something that's just kind of being spoken about now. And people are actually publishing journal articles on it. I knew this intuitively over the last many years, and it wasn't until this summer, so again, just a couple months ago, that was actually confirmed. And with that, because your pituitary gland is your master gland of all of your hormones, I live with adrenal insufficiency, which means my adrenals don't actually produce enough cortisol, which is that hormone that almost everybody's trying to reduce. And ironically, I don't produce enough of it. And no, that's actually not a blessing. Remember that your body likes to be in harmony and what we call allostasis or homeostasis. Having too much of something is not good, and having too little of something is also not good. So constantly dealing with chronic fatigue, blood pressure challenges, getting lightheaded, and a whole host of other things. So again, each one of these diagnoses has a slew of symptoms that come with each and every one of them. So it's not super simple, nor is it easy to treat or diagnose these different things because a lot of them have the same exact symptoms. So it can get really, really tricky, and that's where having a really good team of medical and health professionals is so crucial to recovery and to actually living your life again. It has been quite the journey, and there's still a big journey ahead. I know it, but I'm okay. Honestly, there are so many gifts that have come out of this situation, and one of those is to actually be able to use my voice and my story and my gift of writing to help other people, as well as be more empathetic and a better practitioner with my clients and a better instructor for my students. So wanting to share just a few things about that. There will definitely be more in the future. And again, all of this stuff is going to be detailed in my book that's coming out probably sometime mid to late next year. So stay tuned, and always feel free to check out my blog, which is happyhealthyharmony.wordpress.com. And I can create a link down at the bottom in the comments. So thanks for watching. I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Bye-bye.